Once there was a woman named Snow who lived in a village at the foot of a snow-capped mountain. Her husband had died and she had no children, so she was very lonely. And she was always tired too, for she had no one to help with the corn. All on her own she cleaned the hut, tended the chicken, washed her clothes in the river, carried water, got firewood, and cooked a solitary meal. At the end of each day, she would gaze up at the glowing beacon. Great mountain spirit, my work is too hard, sent to hell. One day, Shindo was feeding her small fields by the river, where she grew vegetables and bananas and gourds. Suddenly, a noble chief appeared beside her.
I am a messenger from the great mountain spirit.
He handed the astonished woman some gourds.
Plant this carefully. They are the answer to your prayer.
The chieftain vanished. What the food get from a handful of seeds? Still, his mother extended them as carefully as she could. Shindo was amazed at how quickly the seeds grew. In just a week, long vines filled over the ground and ripe gourds came from them. Shindo brought the gourds home, sliced off the top and put them in a bowl. Then she laid the gourds on the rafter of her hut to bed. When they hardened, she could sell them at the Kalabashi to be made into bowls and jars. Once her gourds Shindo set by the cook for this one she wants to use she hoped dry faster. The next morning, Shindo went off again to tend her field. But meanwhile, back in the hut, the birds began to sing. They spoke as heads, then arms, then legs. Soon, they were not guards at all. They were children. One boy lay by the fire, when Shindo had put the side gourd. The other children called to him from the children.
Yay! God help us! We work for our mother. God help us! Today, our favorite brother.
He came to help his brothers and sisters down from the rafters. When the children started singing the chorus,
Clean the hut. Clean the yard. Feed the chicken. Wash the clothes. Carry water. Cut the wood. Cook the meal.
all joined in, but later. Crying by the fire had made the boys know so she just sat there, smiling lovingly. When the work was done, they helped the other climb back to the rafters. Then they all turned again in the dirt. That afternoon, the other woman of the children called to her. Who are those children in your yard today? Where did they come from? Why were they doing your chores? What children? Are you all making fun of me? Her hat. She was asking. The work was done, and even her milk was ready. She could not imagine who had helped her. The same thing happened as soon as Shindo had gone off. The birds turned into children, with heads and arms and legs. The ones on the rafters called out.
Baby, God help us. We'll work for our mother. God help us. Today, our favorite brother.
They helped them down, and they did all the
Clean the hut. Clean the yard. Feed the chicken. Wash the clothes. Carry water. Cut the wood. Cook the meal.
Then they climbed back to the rafters and turned again into guards. Once more, she came home and was amazed to see the work done by this time. She decided to find out who were her helpers. The next morning, she was attended to leave, but she hid behind the door of the hut and peeked in, and so she saw the guards search the children with heads, arms, and legs. And she heard the ones on the rafters call out.
Today, God help us. We'll Lord for our mother. God help us today, our favorite brother.
Help him down as the children rushed out the door. Then Mary wanted to see Mary. She was so astonished to see and so were the children. But after a moment, they went on with their course.
Clean the hut, clean the yard, feed the chicken, wash the clothes, carry water, cut the wood, cook the meal.
When they were done, they started to climb back to the raptors. No, you must not leave me in the bar. You will be the children I never had, and I love you and send for you. So, she took up the children as her own. She was no longer lonely, and the children were so helpful. Soon it became rich, with many fields of vegetables and bananas and flocks of sheep and goats. That is, all were helping the citizens to stay by the fire with a simple-minded smile. Most of the time, Shindo didn't smile. In fact, the citizens was really very good because he was like a sweet baby. But sometimes, when she was tired or unhappy about something else, she would get unmoved and just she used to said, "Why can't you be smart like your brothers and sisters and work as hard as they do?" If they didn't bring back on her. One day, Tina was out in the yard cutting vegetables for a stew. As she carried the pots and the bright sunlight she tripped over to David. She fell and the quick pot happened. Vegetable and water in everything. Stupid boy, having thought, stay out of my way. That's what I can expect. You're not a real cat at all. You're not a cat at Kalabashi. The very next moment, Casey was no longer there. In his face was a guard. What have I done? I didn't mean what I said. You're not Kalabashi. You're my own darling son. The other children came crowding into the house. Oh, children, please do something. They looked at each other a moment. And overreached, under the climb, jumpering up the rafters. When the last child had been held by Shinto, we called out one last time. Children.
Ladies, come help us. We work for our mother. Come help us today, our favorite brother.
For a long moment, nothing happened. Then slowly, the guards began to change. Started the head, then arms, then legs. At last, it not was a guard at all. It was Daisy. Lito learned her lesson. Ever after, she was very careful with her children. So, they were bound for happiness all the rest of her day. And
don't drop that thud, hey. Don't drop that thud, don't drop that thud, hey. Don't drop that thud, don't drop that thud, don't drop that thud, don't drop that thud, hey. Don't drop that thud, don't drop that thud, don't drop that thud.
Ha! T. Kruger, who young moolah, bitch just drop, shake like who.